Hello, my spooky friends, and welcome to the first video of spooky season 2022. It's also my first YouTube video in quite a while, and man, can you tell, because I was a little rusty when trying to film. I wanted to give you guys a look that was fun and glam, but honestly, I didn't feel like was too far off from, beginner body painting skill sets in case this is something that you want to try out this year. So here we go. Gave ourselves some eyebrows, and now we are building one of my favorite looks, which is a cut crease. Now, I do have a full, very detailed video of that somewhere on this channel, but if you guys want a video on specifically just this look, please let me know, and I'm happy to make that for you. I used a bunch of different greens to create some dimension, cut it out with some concealer and packed a white, and then added a flick. That's not a flick, that's a lot. That's a lot of eyeliner. I also use these eyelashes because I got a PR package from VELOUR. Thank you, VELOUR. I absolutely love them. I remember when I was working at Sephora, I always thought VELOUR lashes were like the thing, right? But I couldn't buy them because I worked at Sephora, okay? I was actually very good about not spending money while I worked there. We dipped into a Mehron Paradise paint palette, and I am filling out where I want my green skin to kind of lay. I'm all about the dimension, so I took a white grease paint and layered it on top, and I had to speed it up because I literally, my hand could have fallen off before this thing fully blended. I'm taking a random few eyeshadows. This one happens to be from the Morphe Disney palette, and I'm creating even further dimension by really going across like the outskirts of my skin patches. Skin patches here on the face, because I want it to look weathered, almost like leather, but it's not. It's just green skin. I don't know. Call me Kermit. I don't know what I was listening to, but I'm pretty sure those dance moves belong in absolutely no clubs. Now we're going to start adding some detail. Now I want it to kind of look like the skin, the green skin, and my real skin are having a hard time staying together. So I took this pink paint and I'm creating squiggles. I guess squiggles is the best word to use for it. I'm creating squiggles, and this is kind of be where my real skin and the green skin just couldn't get along. They're separating a little bit, and later we're gonna add some staples. In order to make those pop though, I took a little bit of black paint on a nail art brush because those are really fine, and I love that it adds such dimension to a look, and I outlined both sides of where those cuts were, so onto the green as well as the pink. To make it look like that part towards the edge is really starting to peel up, I took a deeper green than what I'd previously shaded with, and I made sure to kind of press it into areas where I wanted it to look like the green was really puckering and having a hard time staying together. So after one of those big rips you see here on the edge, like across from my nose, that had to be really deep near the mouth because mouths are so mobile. That needed to be pretty deep. And then I did the same thing but with a taupe color because that looks a little bit more like a shadow on, flesh. I love that I get to use words like this in tutorials for Halloween. But I added a taupey color to kind of symbolize or show that same kind of puckering onto my actual skin tone. It's kind of a process. It takes a while, but I think it adds so much to a look. And I'm not being particularly neat about it, so I really feel like this is something that any level can add to their work to kind of take it up a notch. As far as adding even further dimension, it's all about highlights and shadows. So we just focused on shadows, and now I wanted to bring a little bit more highlight back into these rips, ridges, gaping wounds, whatever it is that you want to call it. I took a lighter pink than the one we previously used to kind of show some highlight here into our little skin rips. Wow, I don't know how many other ways I can describe this. But I did that, and then I took a white and I used that same nail art brush because I wanted it to be a very fine line. I find that if you use black and white too harshly or too thick when you're trying to add highlight and shading to paints, it looks a little cartoony. Not that this is the most realistic thing you've ever seen in your life, but you get what I mean. And then I added some stitches. Fortunately, there was a silver paint in that same little pan. I forgot to show you highlighting and shading those as well, but I did that too. You'll have to do that with everything. Here's me inspecting my work and making a silly face. And then I wanted these lips to be luscious. And since Jesus forgot to make mine that way naturally, I had to overline. This kind of felt like the Kylie Jenner challenge, you know, like I was trying to make them look like damaged. I'm not really an overliner normally. I don't like the way that it looks, but I do think that in pictures, this turned out pretty well. I did the same kind of thing, a dark lipstick, and then you have to add some highlights, and then you have to add some shading in order to make your look more realistic. I also needed to hide the fact that my upper lip has such like a sharp ridge. It's so pronounced. I don't know. Maybe that's why I don't overline, because it looks extra fake on me. So I bought these $24 hair extensions from Amazon just because of a TikTok video, and I love them. Not that you can see in any of these clips because I didn't zoom out. I told you, I'm a little rusty. Anyways, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know any other spooky season looks you'd love to see. Don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up, and I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Bye!